What's going on, y'all? Happy Saturday. Much later stream time than when I normally do streams on Saturday. We're going to talk about it here. We're going to let some people roll on in. Yo, King, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Caught you at a good time. You're playing right now. Hell yeah, man. So we know that the sliders aren't finished, bro, but what are your thoughts of it? Obviously, we're going to finish them, but just like your initial impressions, knowing that it's not a finished product. How you feeling? Jolly, what's good? What's good, bro? Hey, man, I'm doing all right, man. We're getting snowed on. I'm not happy about that, but tomorrow's March, which means the weather's got to start getting better, right? So we kind of take it all in. Quick audio check, you guys, because I'm streaming once to twice a week. I just want to make sure. Yo, ATL Hooper coming through, loves the videos. Keep going, bro, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. With support like yours, man, we're gonna keep going, brother. Appreciate you coming through, man. I don't know if I've actually seen you come through on a stream before, so I really appreciate that. I tend to remember or notice folks who come through. So appreciate you coming through. Big Papa's in the house. Holy smokes. I haven't seen this man in a year. The year 2026 anyway. Man, good to see you, Big Papa. We got some things to talk about. I'm just letting people stroll on in, and we're obviously going to get through what everyone's here for, which I'm excited to get into as well. So, man, today is not what I wanted for you guys. I went to bed last night, y'all, and I couldn't sleep. And I woke up, I went to bed late as hell because I was so excited, and I woke up early as heck because I was so excited. And I spent 3.5 hours, went to Best Buy the minute they are open to get something I needed to bring you guys a stream that I was super excited for, only to find out that I have to wait a couple more days. So, you guys maybe saw the post I put up about College Hoops 2K8. I never got rid of my copy. Yo, ATL coming through with 2. Bro's got 2 super chats, man, already. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, man. But we got something fun coming for you guys. So as you guys can see here, I've never sold my College Hoops 2K for PS3. My PS3, the OG PS3, is sitting right next to me. I went and I got into the server for the 2K8 Reborn, which my PS3's been jailbroken for a while for NCAA Revamped, which is the first thing you need. I spent some time yesterday doing everything to install the 2K8 Reborn. The jerseys, the rosters, the courts, all the stuff that they did. It's freaking awesome. I was playing around, the controls are different, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun with you guys on this one. And then I was like, all right, well, I need a capture card because PS3, you know, you can't stream like you could on PS4 and PS5. And if you guys don't know, I don't have a capture card. I stream from my console straight through Lightstream. PS3, it's not an option. So I went out and I bought a capture card just so I can bring you guys 2K8 with all the updates. And I'm going through, I'm like, all right, well, I got to get the right stuff so I can dual monitor from, you know, my PC, have dual monitor set up and all that. I get everything hooked up, everything's set, and I have my capture card plugged in. It doesn't read anything on it doesn't show anything. It says we're connected, but it doesn't show anything. I'm like, what the heck? Come to find out, PS3 has HDCP turned on all the time. You can't turn it off. Like in PS5 and on PS4, we have the ability to turn it off. PS3 is on all the time. So it blocks capture cards. The only way around that is to use a splitter. Well, hey, I have a splitter. I have my HDMI 2.1 splitter that I use to when I'm streaming it and playing on my monitor. I'm here, but then I have my 55-inch HDMI 2.1 TV that I sit in the chair right here when I'm playing, and I just press the little button and boom, I'm over there. I was like, well, let's try that out. Didn't work. apparently you need to have like older splitters because newer splitters will let it pass through. So I had to do all this research to find the splitter that I need. So now I have to have my PS3 have an HDMI cable run to a splitter, from the splitter to my capture card, from my capture card onto my PC. It's a headache. I ordered the splitter. It'll be here on Monday. So if everything goes well, we're going to have the 2K8 reborn with the current rosters, jerseys, courts, everything. I'm excited to bring that to you guys, man. That gameplay was still holding up. Like the dribbling was throwing me off because it's not how it is in 2K for the last decade. But a lot of really cool aspects to it. Of course, the collegiate atmosphere stuff, great. So this stream is coming to you guys so late because I spent all morning trying to get that ready to stream for you guys, and I couldn't. I just had to take a break. I was so frustrated. So we're here. We're going to work on 2K26 sliders. For everything that I just dropped, you guys know that the sliders were not completed. We're going to work to make some progress on that today. 2K's dropped some other main menu updates that have nerfed CPU shooting, is what it sounds like. So we're gonna do some things there. Let me catch up on chat before we get started. Also, who do you guys want to see me play as or against? I'll kind of just jump around, because this is just a loaded up play type of thing. Big Papa's homesick, man. I hope you feel better, brother. Just get through today, and then you're off the next couple days, which will be good. Good Money Deuce says, tried the ChatGPT roster, played great. Just assign some cosmetic updates to the roster. Heck yeah, man, I love it. And we're going to hopefully get to play even better for you here soon. I am curious, real quick, Good Money, what are your biggest takeaways, right? Like, because you guys know the sliders are very, very generic. Not a lot's changed, right? A lot of 50s in that slider set. But I'm curious what you guys have noticed about the gameplay in its current state. I'm looking forward to what you guys have noticed that's different from earlier in the year or anything else you've been playing with 2K. King Lil says, honestly, the sliders are pretty good. I personally lowered shot success for mid-range and three-point been getting. That's crazy, because last week when I played, I couldn't hit the broadside of the bar. That's what I was telling you guys too last week on stream. I was like, 2K just be randomly changing shooting for the fun of it. They just randomly change. Like 2 weeks ago we were playing, I was shooting great. Last week we'll hop on, I couldn't hit a thing. And then now they've dropped some other main menu updates, and now people are shooting too good, it sounds like. I don't know. We're going to play around with it. That's the thing. Question for you too, King. What else are you like? What's different for you in the gameplay? What are you noticing or feeling different? Alex says, I just downloaded a PS3 emulator to play College Hoops 2K, and I have no idea how this game works. Dude, I was thinking about that, because I did NCAA revamped on my PS3, and then I did NCAA 14 revamped on the emulator on the PC as well. And I thought about doing it for this, but I just decided I didn't really want to, because honestly, the only real perk is you can, College Hoops 2K comes at 720 resolution, even though the PS3 could do 1080, and there's no way to really increase that. But on the emulator, you can increase that resolution up to 4K. It'll upscale it. My computer isn't strong enough to upscale it, so I'm kind of locked in at 1080p, which does look better, but then even then it starts giving a little bit of performance issues. So I felt like the best way for me to have a clean, no glitches leg was just to play it on my PS3. So we'll get something. I don't know if I'll get it in time Monday to get set up, but hopefully Tuesday for sure. N890, what's going on, brother? We're gonna switch over here to the actual, because we are gonna play here. I just like filling in you guys what's going on, and because I haven't been streaming other than the weekends, you know, there's kind of these gaps. So I like chatting with you guys real quick too. Jugabrew says, yo, what's up? I played last night and shot horribly, but the CPU is getting way too easy looks at the rim with no resistance from the user. That's interesting, you know, and I know you've been giving me some feedback in the Discord, and it's like the shooting is just kind of all over the place. 2K just keeps messing with it. And so I'll show you guys, because I haven't played in a week. I took some time off, guys. I haven't dropped any content. I mean, I made the video, I dropped it last Sunday, it went live Wednesday, and I just took, I mean, I don't even think, I was on my PlayStation like one time this week. I just took a couple days off just to relax. I mean, I have videos I need to make, and then I started getting on this College Hoops thing. So we're going to be back grinding, but I will show you guys what I'm going to try on stream initially. There's three things we're going to try to focus on today. Number one is shot timing. So I got some feedback that the user 3-point success to 55 helped them shoot a lot better. In fact, they were shooting a little too well. Part of that was success at the paint. And so anyway, we're going to leave the shot timing at 100 for now. We're going to leave this for the 3-point at 55. And then we're jacking up these right here to create some more contact shots, which should create a couple misses at the paint. And then playing around with the layup sliders as well should have some impact to lower those percentages. And then I replicated the exact same thing for the CPU. We're at 55 and 60. One thing I was looking at was my last slider set. I had body up sensitivity at 25, not 30. And those, so I'm debating, right? But I know people are saying that getting to the hoop could be a little bit too easy even with it on 30. So I'm going to keep it at 30 for now and see how this looks. One thing I haven't touched, and again, going back to my previous slider set, I had offensive awareness at 0, defensive awareness at 50. So it had the defense was getting a boost over the offense. Right now we're still even here. So I am going to explore that some. But the big things we're going to look at today is, can we get some just consistency shooting? We don't want like these 20% quarters. We don't want 80% quarters. We'd like to kind of float between 40 and 60%, right, for the extremes, and get those averages right around 50%. Also free throws. I know free throws, they've been an issue all year. Playing around with the fouls a little bit here. I made a couple slight changes to start for the stream, as well as hopefully these defensive changes will help create a couple more free throws too. And then before we get started real quick, I just want to point out one thing. I know someone in the Discord pointed out that they did a sim, and Dyson Daniels particularly was shooting too many threes a game, which we definitely don't want things like that, And I was like, what in the world was going on with Dyson Daniels where he'd be shooting that many threes? And so I went and I looked just before I got on here, and I don't know why he's shooting so many threes, because his shot three tendency is a 34, right? You got guys like McCollum's a 78, Nickeil Alexander-Walker's a 56. His 3-point tendencies are not high. They are not high. It's lower. It's one of the lowest ones on the team other than like Jock Longdale. It's the same as Jonathan Kuminga, but look at all these other guys that you'd expect to have higher 3-point shot tendencies. Buddy Hield's an 80. So for the life of me, I do not know why Dyson Daniels at 34 3-point shot tendency is shooting in simulations, not gameplay, simulations, is shooting 9 threes a game. Because when we go over and look at, let's go to quick edit here. We can go to his vitals, and we go look at his play types. There's nothing for shooting here. So why is he, unless it's because, he's a point guard, they shipped off Trae Young, and so now he's kind of slipping in to how Trae Young was with their offense. That's the only thing I can think of. If we go to the Hawks here, the only thing I can think of is that he's just replacing how Trae Young played. Look at their system proficiency, perimeter centric. 4 perimeter shooters and a high dose of pick and roll. That definitely makes sense when you have Trae Young on your team. Not so much when you ship him off and you got Risacher, if I said that right, and Dyson Daniels in your starting lineup. So maybe this needs to get changed. I didn't touch system proficiency for any teams. I just left it as 2K default. But that might be something to explore. You know, I don't know the impact that these actually have on gameplay. I didn't test perimeter, like I didn't test system proficiencies if they have impact on sim stats. And Nish says he's getting murdered by the CPU in Mind BA. Well, we're gonna try to balance that out. So real quick, y'all, who do you either we have one or two questions. Who do you want to see me either play as, or who do you want to see me play against? I think that playing against is probably more what you're interested in, but like again, the whole purpose of this is we're going to try to work on some sliders, get some updates for you guys, because like I said, they weren't released in the video. I just wanted to get you guys playing it. You guys can see the vision. Yo, King, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad to hear that you feel like that. It's nerve-wracking, you guys, dropping something like this, because you always are worried if a team or a person's gonna get the same experience that you're having. But anyway, we have a daily view here. We have 3 potential games on this daily view. I don't think we have... And that's the last game before the All-Star break. How about the Pistons? Is there anything here in the daily view we could play? Nothing that's really going to be interesting, right? Pistons versus Knicks? What day is the Pistons versus Knicks game? You want to see me play as the Knicks, or you want to see me play as the Pistons? I've already played... let's see. Go to the Knicks. Oh! You want to see me play this game? And you want to see me play as the Knicks, or you want to see me play as the Pistons? Let's just get clarity here. I have a feeling you meant for me to play as the Knicks against the Pistons. Okay, so we're gonna play against the Pistons, and I'll be the Knicks. That's what it sounds like we're doing, but you already know. So we're gonna rock my favorite Knicks jerseys of all time are these ones right here. So we're gonna rock these, and then we'll put them over on the whites. All right, so just to be clear, everyone wants to see the Pistons, the CPU Pistons, correct? That's what it sounds like, so let's get it started, huh? And again, we're gonna, I mean, we're not gonna make it through much of this game most likely. We're gonna pause. If there's something that feels off with what I just tried changing or whatever, we're gonna play around with stuff, and we'll quit out, we'll restart, we'll see how things go. Like, and I like when you guys are watching too, because I'm focused in typically on like the ball and where I'm at. You guys can see the whole court. So one thing I do want to, test while we're here is we'll be looking at some different awareness settings and seeing how they impact. Lower offensive awareness versus higher, as well as defensive lower versus higher, to see what impact is there, if it's worth it, if it's good. I had to switch my profile to 2K so they can get the tip off. Yo, Maurice, what's going on, man? Thank you for coming through the stream. Appreciate you. Oh, go. Here we go. And no foul. Got to figure that out. Got to figure that out. All right. I like that. Get Brunson on Robinson instead of... Okay. And we'll definitely monitor the CPU and their success as well. Buckets. Let's go. And we'll monitor how easy it is to get to the rim consistently. So I'm going to be playing more to test specific things. Offensive 3 seconds. Okay. I'm definitely going to see, I'm going to try to paint spam a little bit, but I also have to try to shoot some threes to see how the... Oh, they're trying to ISO Jalen, huh? That's too far. Let's go. Hand down, man down, baby. I love that shot. And see, when Tobias tried to, I think it was Tobias. Yeah. When he tried to drive right there, he had that kind of stonewalling. There we go. That we don't like to see. And that's the balance that I'm trying to find, is we don't want that stonewalling animation because the guy shouldn't just completely stop right there. But we also don't want it to be too easy to get to the hoop. Oh. I shouldn't have shot that. I don't have an advantage there. I don't know what I was thinking. Good defense. We out. Oh, I thought I could get Cat. See, that's what I don't like. I understand OG is a good defender, but this is what I don't like, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix without making it too easy to get to the hoop. I do not like the in transition just automatically bodying up where he is able to shuffle his feet as fast as he can go, and he's just able to cut him off. I don't like this. I think this looks really bad. OG is a very good defender, and he sprints and catches up with him. I'm fine with all of this. But the minute he's able to turn and shuffle his feet and keep up, and even get in front of a guy dribbling straight forward with the ball, I don't like that. That's that stonewalling crap that I think is, you know, BS. You'll have to go to the ATD Discord for that, bro. I don't know. I know they've been making updates and stuff, so you have to be in their Discord and to keep up with the updates as they drop them, because there's a couple different folks who do the gamer tags. So I don't know who drops the ATD stuff for PC, man. I'm not on PC, so. But yeah, I don't like this. I don't know if it's a clear under the basket, but it shouldn't have been where it completely slowed down. Maybe that's awareness. I don't think it's awareness, right? Because how aware you are shouldn't allow OG to shuffle his feet and slow down Cade. And I don't know if this is tied to driving contact or if it's connected to body up. And that's where I was telling you guys when we streamed a week ago, I'm trying to find the balance between body up and driving contact. And I was looking at my old slider set for the ATD SGN roster, right, with the edits and stuff like that. I had driving contact at 100 and I had body up at 25. These are things I don't like to see. But we also have to make sure that if you lower this is gone. That it's just not, you're just not able to get to the hoop whenever you want to. Well, the reason this year's different is because they took away PC crossplay. Oh, we don't want to quit. Whoa. So remember last year you could put everything out on PC, which is so much faster because you can run macros and stuff. And this year you can't do that. There's no cross share between the two. So you have to have a group of people working on PC and a group of people working on console. Whereas last year, you could just have the PC people do it because they can run macros and do everything so fast. That's why this year it's a pain, bro. And like I dropped all this and I got PC people wondering like, hey, can we get this? And I'm like, I don't have a way to get it to you. And it's not as simple as just uploading PDFs, because I have the PDFs for players, but then there was updates done. You know what I mean? After that, next year should be a little bit. I kind of understand how I want to do the process a little bit better next year. Good bucket. Come on. Oh, I hate that. I hate that, just running into a brick wall. All right, let's get a game plan here. No fouls. That should have been a foul, I feel like. Get it over there. So wide open. We hit our first 2 threes. What did we miss? Our last couple. It still doesn't feel quite right to me. Not just the shooting, but like that body up sensitivity, man. We're gonna play a couple more possessions here, and then I want to I shouldn't have. See that right there? There. Hold on. There's another one right there. I'm already over it. This, you don't see this happening, man. in real life. You cut off the guy, but it shouldn't look like you ran into an immovable wall, right? So I'm driving. This should be, you know, a blocking foul or a charge, but like he shouldn't. Duncan Robinson plays good defense here. It shouldn't mean that. Look at what Bridges does. Duncan Robinson moves his feet, does a good job cutting him off. That's fine. Watch this. CPU versus user sliders. What do you think we're doing right now? I'm the user. Look at that. What? You go against Duncan Robinson and then you're just like, oh my god, and look at he falls backwards. That's no. That shouldn't be a thing. And then he's got to reset, you know. This right here. This is what I don't want. And again, I don't know if this is body up or driving contact. Seen enough there. Let's play around with body up and see what's going on. I know last time we were we streamed, we did 0 and 99. There were some things that I liked, some things that weren't the greatest, which is why I did like a 30-90 or something like that. Why haven't I made the switch over to PC? Well, there's still games that I play that aren't on PC, like college football. Number 2, I have a PS5. I have all my equipment to stream. If I switch to PC, I gotta spend like, to get a good PC, I would need to spend, you know, $2,000 to be able to run in 4K, 120 frames per second, which is what I can't run 4K 120 with PS5, but I can run 120 FPS. Not only that, I would have to buy and upgrade another monitor, most like, well, no, because I could still do it how I have now. I could have my good monitor just run off my PC, and then the chat stuff on the other one. But either way, with the way RAM prices have gone up, even though I got the RAM, like I just pull it out of my current one, I got 16 gigs. I just pull it and move over. It's $2,000, and it's just like. Not only that, the temptation for, like you said, mods, okay? So that would mean the majority of my viewers are console gamers. Well, if I'm not dropping sliders for mods because it's going to play different. And you got Shady Mike already does sliders for modded Madden and modded 2K. Like, that's a small space. You don't need me in there, you know? That's kind of how I look at it. I don't know if I like this at 100. I really don't. I think I want to put these both down to like 75. I think there was just some unnecessary. And I want to put this down to. We were just at 30. Let's just go halfway. Let's just go down to 15. We're going to split these. Hey, General Gaming, we just started. We just started. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I would love to, like, I see what they do on Madden. I don't even care about, like, all the accessories. Like, the Sabos mod, like, the things that they can do, like, the franchise tools, stuff like that. That'd be really fun, man. Hold on, I should have missed call and I don't know who it was. My dad. It didn't even ring. I'm assuming he butt dialed me, but I'll just double check. You know, when it's your parents, you kind of check. Yeah, that would be cool. The 2K mod has me more intrigued than anything because I see those videos, man, and that stuff looks lifelike. Like that one that went crazy viral. I would love that. Now, I mean, if you stuck to only that, like the graphical aspect of it, then you could still make sliders, but, okay, hold on. Let's see what Dad needs. Yo, Devier, what's going on, buddy? How are you? All right. We're just gonna play with that stuff right there. We're just gonna see what the impact is of a lower body up, and we did a little bit of a lower driving contact to see how that impacts those two things. Show them the, yeah, don't you have to pay for those mods too? So it's like, and don't get me wrong, I think if they're going to spend a ton of time on it, it's absolutely worth paying for, and they should get they should be rewarded for their time. You know what I mean? But that's where it's just like, all right, now for me to switch over, I got to pay for a gaming PC, and then I'm paying for all that stuff too, and then the people who watch me are gonna drop off because they're console. You know what I mean? So yeah, in a perfect world, I would be able to do both, right? I'd be able to upgrade this one and, you know, not do anything that messes with the gameplay with those mods and just have the cosmetic stuff, the overlays, you know, all that fun stuff. We're not even going to change the jerseys. We're just going to roll. Because then everything still translates, but, you know. What have you missed? Not much. We're playing around with sliders. We're testing some stuff out. We made it about halfway through a quarter and saw two of that really bad stonewalling animation. You know, that happens. You know, guys drive and it's like they ran into a brick wall, which I absolutely hate, and I think you guys do too. So, trying to see what it looks like if we lower that a little bit. We're lowering body up, we're lowering driving contact. We had driving contact at 100, it didn't lead to any fouls. So let's see how this looks. The biggest thing I want to nail is that stuff, that stonewalling crap. Oh my god, yam on him. I don't know why that was. I should have hit the dunk button, but I thought he would have just dunked anyway. I didn't think I was going to have to force the dunk. I like the pull. Alright, so yeah, the number one focus is that stuff. The stonewalling animations from players moving around. I like the ISO to cat here. I like it. Let's go. Once we lock that up, then it's just going to be, alright, help defense, defensive awareness to make sure that getting to the hoop isn't too easy, and then shot percentages are there as well. See, I mean, it wasn't much, but that looked good as far as he didn't flail his arms back. There. So Josh Hart dunks that one, but OG didn't want to dunk the fast break one. Make it make sense, y'all. Okay. Okay. Was not expecting that. There we go. Oh! I might have nerfed the layup, the inside stuff a little bit too much. That's okay though, I can come back from that. I think I nerfed the inside stuff too much. Again, I'm okay with that. I know what I did and can easily undo it. But shot percentages were a little high there, so... And I was also trying to see if we'd get more free throws. So not the biggest thing in the world. Let's go. So I'm catching up $10 for one face scan. I mean, I guess I don't know what it goes into for the work. But yeah, that I can see how it could get very expensive. Real quick. No kidding it was. I like seeing him take. I wish he was a little bit deeper because he was almost at the three-point line. Alright, running a quick pick and roll here. I love it. I love it. The ball was just right there. You want to post up Josh Hart? I should have shot it, and I had already made up my mind that I was gonna go. Hey, we got a foul. All right, it's early, you guys, but so far in a couple instances where it felt like we could have had that stonewalling, it isn't there. So far, it feels better. Again, I know there's been a couple misses at the rim, and I know what I did there. That was just jump shot defense sliders, which I can adjust those if we get too many of these egregious misses. Good pull. Get in there. Yeah, pass it off. No. That was filthy. Feels better, you guys. It does feel better. I'm cautiously optimistic. All right, that was a good pick and roll to the hoop. We just got to make sure that that's not there every time, right? Ooh. Get me going. Hey, we got free throws. That's... All right. Cautiously optimistic, you guys. Oh, this is so this is important. So with the body of change, look at the difference. So OG is playing, we know he's a good defender. He's good defense here. Look at Thompson. He goes. He runs right into him. It's pretty stupid. Like, I don't know where he's going. He runs right into him. But this time, do you see how Thompson pushes OG backwards? That's how it should be. It isn't the Mikal Bridges flailing his arms falling backwards from running into the chest of Duncan Robinson. Look at the difference there. That makes more sense. Would like to see that be... I mean, I guess it wasn't really there for a blocking foul or something like that. But he gets in there and says, get off me a little bit. Can't continue his drive. But you don't get that animation like he ran into a brick wall. So I think that's important. It's looking a lot better. It feels better too. Good show, Cat. Good show. You Cade wanted to drive on that. That's a bucket. You knew that was a bucket. He caught that in rhythm, man. You can just tell. He just caught that in rhythm. Alright. Come on, come off of it, come off of it. Let's go, Cat. That's a deep 2. Good bucket. Says, okay, I see the vision. We're trying, man. We're trying to get there. And honestly, you guys are kind of getting... I like doing this with you guys. You guys can see how I build sliders, like, when I'm not streaming. Like, what I do when I'm off stream. Like, for every... Whenever I'm working on a slider update, and this is for 2K, for Madden, College Football, Big Papa can tell you, because he helps me out a lot on College Football and Madden. For every 15 quarter gameplay clip that I upload for you guys to see the progress, I do what I've been doing for like 2 or 3 hours. And I focus on a specific area, and it took us half a quarter to see through instant replay, dissecting it. No, we don't like what's going on there. Let's go make a change. And then you go and you know, try something out. Sometimes it works right away on the first try. Sometimes it doesn't. But you guys are at least kind of getting to see like how I function, how I work, how I build sliders. You can't try to do everything all at once. You just can't. You have to kind of isolate. And so, like, for me, the most important thing was that body up sensitivity, that stonewalling that was going on. After that, we have tools we can use to make sure that if driving was too easy, we make that so it's not the case. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a goaltending. We still have lots of tools at our disposal there. Shooting, you know, we can. What are we running here? We're running some horns. We're just gonna. I don't know what the play was, so I kind of just said let's. Ah, they're posting up Cade. I like it. Woo! Woo! All right, so that's the second one, right? That's the second one we've got around there pretty easily. Let's see what happened here, because help defense is at 100 for strength. Now you have the team help defense too. This is one thing we'll monitor. If getting to the hoop off pick and roll, so Tobias Harris is there, they don't switch, he steps up, he takes a bad angle. Honestly, Tobias Harris takes a really bad angle, and he just gets beat. So we'll have to monitor how often that happens, right? We'll run more pick and roll, see how often that happens. If it's happening too much, then we're gonna make some... Oh no. Live? Yeah. Make some adjustments. Find out right now. So we're getting there easily on pick and roll, right? That's the third one with Brunson we've got there, pretty uncontested. So we can kind of identify pick and roll needs to be nerfed. Now help defense strength is already at 100 as far as them rotating over. So that means we'd be looking at things. Here's another pick and roll. What'd they do? Oh, I went out of bounds. They actually played that one pretty well. I am curious too. Pick and roll for you. 2 players follow and leave someone wide open every time. So defensive awareness might be a thing. We have that in our back pocket. And that's one that I do want to test. Well, I want to test both of those. Offensive and defense. But we have that in our back pocket. Good defense, Clarkson. Oh! Shouldn't have missed that one with Jordan. We're going to test pick and roll again here. I want to see. So that's good defense. So I'm wondering too if ace will help. But I do think we're still going to explore the defensive awareness sliders. We're also going to... Ooh, thought we were going to get a foul animation there. We've only had 1 foul each team. I have shooting foul at 80, by the way. Oh, there we go. Hey, speaking of fouls, man. I thought that last one from the CPU, I thought we were going to get called for a foul there. So what we're going to do at quarter break is we're going to play with awareness a little bit. I think that'll be a good thing we could do. We're also going to check shot percentages, of course. I don't think I've shot nearly enough threes. They haven't either. So that's one thing we want to definitely make sure. Teams shoot a lot of threes. Speak of the devil. Their 3-point total might not be that bad. I feel like I haven't shot that many yet. What's to play? Oh, illegal screen. Let's go. They were getting some threes at the end of the quarter. I shouldn't have segged off him like that. Another one from Jose? Let's go! Bang, bang. Back-to-back threes. Josh Hart and Jose Alvarado, man. Good rotation there. That was a really good rotation. Yeah, I definitely want to bump up defensive awareness. What do we got here? All right, 30-29. So scoring, good. We're on a good pace for scoring. Let's just take a look. We won't judge this off of one quarter. What I am going to look at, though, is 3-point attempts, percentages, of course, to monitor. And then we're going to look at the shot chart, too. So let's just look at team comparison. They did shoot 9 threes, so they're actually shooting plenty of threes. It's us who needs to shoot more. They're shooting 60% from the field. We shot 57%. Pace was a little bit slow at only 20 shots. I shot 21. Their pace of play is a little bit slower. But we know that. That's kind of how they're set up. Both teams had 14 points in the paint. They had 3 turnovers. We had 1. Let's take a look at the shot chart, right? Because that's one thing where we're going to see where we can lower the shot percentages again. But the one thing too that sucks is we lower those percentages a little bit, they're not going to be at 30 points. And we do want to be between 25 and 30 points a quarter. Now, ultimately, looking at the Pistons, and we're going to combine inside and close range together. So they're 5 for 7, and we throw in the 50%, that's 6 for 9, and then they're going to end up being 7 for 10. So they're 70% around the rim, which is a little high. That is a little high. We are 5 of 7, we're 6 of 10, and then throw on 2 more, and we're 8 of 13. Is that right? 8 of 13? What percentage is that? It's like, that's actually pretty close to where we want to be, like 55%? 61%. That's actually not bad. If anything, it's a little bit low. They're a little bit high, but that's okay. There's 1 quarter. 1 quarter overall, and they shot pretty well from 3, right? 44%. 1 less 3, you know, suddenly that's 33%, and they're 11 of 20, now they're 55%, not 60%, right? So we don't go too crazy off 1 quarter, because at this point, 1 shot made or 1 shot missed inflates the percentage or deflates the percentage so much. So what we are going to do, though, and the 14 points in the paint honestly isn't that bad, but there were some pretty easy ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the exact same change for both the user and CPU. We are going to bump up the awareness. And I don't think ultimately this is one that's going to have to go up too high, because I also want to play with offense awareness too. I know for sure we're not going to go to 100. I've tested it before. It's pretty insane. Earlier in the year. But what I do just for shits and giggles, we're going to just start halfway between 50 and 100. We'll start at 75. I don't anticipate us being this high. I think ultimately if we keep defensive awareness higher, it'll be like around 60. I think is probably where we'll end up being, between 55 and 65, somewhere in that range. If I had to guess, because we might end up lowering offensive awareness too. But for now, we're going to leave offensive awareness where it's at. I don't want to test both, because that's when you get too many things going at one time. So we're going to keep everything else how we have it, but we are going to drop put defense awareness to 75 for both. One thing to remember too, they're at 60 for shot timing, 55 3. They did shoot 44% from 3. So I mean, you know, we'll monitor that. We are at 155. Why did it say save feature cannot? Did it just keep what I just did? It did. A save file required for this feature could not be loaded. I don't know what the hell that means. We both shot pretty close, and we both shot well from 3. So we'll continue to monitor it. Again, the shooting's the last thing we're going to focus on. I want to focus on the body sensitivity, the feeling between players moving there, and then the defense rotations, pick and roll defense, things like that. So right now we're going to continue to get a larger sample size on the body up, driving contact frequency, as well as now we're going to sprinkle in defensive awareness. I'm gonna switch up the playlist real quick here too. There's no game audio, right? We have that all turned off. Yep. Alright, cool. I don't know why I keep saying that. Save feature. Crap. One thing's for sure is I definitely need to shoot more threes. But part of the reason you don't shoot that many threes is if you're able to get to the hoop. Alright, so we got 75 defense awareness. That's the only change. Let's see how it impacts both teams. Got a foul. Have you figured out how to make players dunk near the rim instead of the BS layup they get? I mean, I've noticed it. It's happened to me. Like, it's weird, really, because I had that happen already today on stream with OG. I was like, why didn't you dunk it? And then I had another one, like 3 minutes later, where Josh Hart dunked it when I wasn't. I was like, I thought he was gonna lay it in. But it's most likely just gonna be the attempt dunks. The attempt dunks tendency. There is a tendency for it, and we have it, but or the junk in traffic frequency. I think honestly, it's going to be more this one. In fact, let's just do it right now. This won't mess up with anything. Let's just bump this up to 75. That's a good call out. I don't know what we're running here. I don't know what the hell bullshit plays they've called for us last 2 times, but we haven't done anything. I hate that 2K Smart Play pops up because you can't change your game plan. Let's go, cat, while it's up there. So it's like I'm trying to switch what I want to do offensively, and I gotta wait 5 seconds for it to go away. I'm wondering if this defense awareness is just going to lead to more of some of that stonewalling. I haven't seen it fully yet, but I saw a couple plays where it looked like it was about to happen and the ball got passed or something. I was like, I didn't see that before. Maybe the defender's more aware, so they're getting there more. They're getting to the spot. But anyway, we're gonna let this run through. We're gonna see. We want to get the effects of the defensive awareness. Good move. I can disable that popping up the 2K Smart Play. How? Now the thing is, I do like the plays every now and then, but it's just so frustrating. Oh, that was good defense by Beef Stew. Oh, they're going right to him. Oh, nope. Okay. Tough. Is it just me, or are we seeing it a little bit more? That wasn't so bad, actually. Buckets. No. Oh yeah, Cade killing it, bro. Get hot, Jordan. Ah. He's such a microwave player that's you just gotta. Oh no. No foul? So why is that not a foul for them, man? That should be a foul. That was a foul for us. I mean, that would have been a foul for us. Ain't no way Cat just hit that. Ain't no way Cat just hit that. That's hilarious. Oh my god. I was laughing. I couldn't even play any defense. That's bad. What am I doing? I did not realize they were getting out in front of us by that much. Get a I need to test this pick and roll. That's what I need to do. That was the whole point of the defensive awareness. Was the pick and roll. I do think that it's impacted pace of play. Didn't really help there. I do think it's impacted pace of play, man. I think we're not getting shots do you play now online? Hell no. Nah, people just cheat. Dude, it's the same thing. I do play my career a little bit, at least at the start of the year. The cheating's so rampant in that game with people using Cronus's and stuff like that, and scripts for shooting that I don't really play it anymore until 2K fixes that. But people just be like they're just dribble gods abusing stuff. Like they'll cheat in that mode too, you know. Like I don't. Oh, I thought he was open in the corner, but he wasn't. I'm so lucky it wasn't a turnover. All right, it's still too easy. So here's the thing: defensive awareness is not impacting. Bullying. I'm actually surprised that defensive awareness is not what is this play, man? I don't know what the hell that was. 2K overplay. Let's look here. Controller settings. Or is it going to be in... Might be in coaching? If it's not there, then you know where it is going to be. HUD. It's in coaching. I did not see it. Someone just said regular settings. We're right here. Oh, yep, good call. Thank you. Anyway, fun, interesting fact, man, that I'm noticing is that defensive awareness is not impacting the way that they're playing against the pick and roll for either team. And that's extremely interesting to me. Like, if defensive awareness doesn't improve how aware they are of... Look at that. There's no difference. It might even be worse. We're going to go the other way. We don't even need to wait. We're going to go the other way with this. Tell me how defensive awareness... Now, unless we're getting that weird save thing, that save glitch, and so maybe this is all like we're seeing it, but it's not actually impacting anything. I don't know why that little save file thing keeps popping up. Let's just save these real quick and see what happens. How is it that we can jack up the defensive awareness? So yeah, but that the defense awareness being raised should impact them, right? Because a lot of it hasn't been movement related to save file for this feature. A lot of it hasn't been movement related. It's just been they look at the dude, they don't do anything. Now, as far as making the movement minimum sliders closer to the max slider, help bigs get to the paint faster to cover the PNR, there are downsides to that, right? Then all of a sudden you don't have that. They had a fast break and I was trying to catch up with them with Cat and I couldn't, right? Suddenly when you minimize that, yes, it'll impact pick and roll, but it impacts everything else and you don't feel a difference between guards and bigs the way that you should. Well, help defense strength at 100 means how good the help defense is. Like how strong they go over to help. I mean, we can test that. The one thing that I noticed, though, is that the lower the help defense strength, the slower the pace. The higher the help defense strength, the faster the pace. And that's why I kind of ended up leaving help defense up, was because it kept the pace up. It was the only way to get them to shoot threes was when it was lower. They were paint spamming, they weren't kicking the ball out, and they weren't getting threes. Cade is cooking, man. Tobias is cooking, dude. He's got 19. I didn't even realize. So there's good pick and roll defense. That was really good pick and roll defense. Call a freaking foul, game. We're spamming this pick and roll. See, so this isn't a movement thing. And that's why I tried awareness. Right? Tobias is in great position. Just switch on this. He doesn't move his feet. He's sagged off. So I could pull. I mean, he's giving me the room to pull up right here. This should be a quick pull, but he doesn't move. He stands put. He doesn't move until I'm around him. And that's why I thought it's awareness. And honestly, I'm wondering if this well, no, I keep on getting this that every time I was making a change to the sliders, it was telling me that there was like some sort of glitch or whatever. Like there needs to be a save file. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go put back defense awareness to 100, or excuse me, to 75. Well, we'll do 100. Screw it. Let's start at the max. And we'll see if we get that weird glitch we're getting. No reaction time there, right? Why is there, I mean, that's the issue. I don't know. I don't think it's the movement issue at this point. Like if he steps up and moves, you know, the drive's most likely not gonna be there. He's gonna take that away. All right, let's play it again, and I'm gonna spam the hell out of pick and roll. It looks like, right, DV rate, it looks like it'd be awareness, right? That's what makes sense to me. But then we tried it at 75. I didn't see anything different. We'll try it at 100. We'll try it at 100. No good money. You gave an excellent recommendation. I was just telling you why I'm trying to avoid that, right? It's because I do like having the ability to feel the difference between like the bigger, slower players and the smaller, faster players. And if we get to a point where the clip that I just showed, Tobias Harris is reacting correctly, but every time Brunson's just getting around him, then we need to go 100% need to go with what you were saying. Shrink that up a little bit. But that's not the issue right now. The guys are just not reacting. They're just sitting there, and the guy's zooming past him, and once he's on his hip, he's like, oh, now I'm reacting, right? So before we go to the, you know, setting with the player movement stuff, we got to get them to react properly. Because you also don't want to have it be where Tobias Harris sits there and he's looking off into who knows where, and then because of the movement sliders factor him, he can literally not react until the player he's guarding is on his hip, and then he can just go and be with the player, right? We don't want where's pick and roll? There we go. We don't want that, you know. Oh my god. And I was trying to stop ball, but they were going to post up Brunson, so I throw it to him, and okay. We gotta run pick and roll here. Like I said, we're spamming the hell out of this. That's... Oh, he was gonna put it in. That was better. Hold on. We're breaking this all down, y'all. We're breaking this all down. And I screwed up a putback dunk from Cat. So, Cat's free on the roll, which is fine. Because I was getting sick of Brunson getting the hoop wide open every single time. This time, Durant picks him up. We get the shot. Misses it. Cat goes up, and he's about to put it in, and I accidentally pressed the button. He was about to dunk it, but remember, it was asked, how do we get him to dunk in traffic more? I increased the dunk in traffic slider, so Cat gets it, and he goes up and just yams it. All right, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna continue to spam pick and roll. Oh no! Alrighty. We gotta let that fly. Yeah, and I don't know if we need to have it at 75. It was just one of those raise it up to see what kind of difference it makes. It's definitely making a difference. Comes at that. We're okay with some of those coming through. We just don't want all of them coming through. Again, defensive awareness is at 100, so... Oh, that would 100% would have been a layup attempt on 50. Oh, look at the help. Look at the awareness and the help there. And I'm not really running my offense too much other than I'm just trying to run pick and roll. But look at this one. I was literally about to be so sad. Because I was like, oh man, we just had another pick and roll to the hoop. But look at it. This is, I'm happy about this. So Duran sinks. And he does, they don't switch here. So Duran is kind of actually doing, he doesn't take his eyes off of Cat. He's really just showing, right? Look at him. He's locked in on Cat. So this isn't on Duran here. This is on Cade. They're doing no switch. Cade's got to get through it. Does not get through it. But look at the difference. Asar sees it. Asar. And comes over and helps. And I threw a bad pass. Because look at this. I'm passing out of I mean, that's tough. I'm just getting rid of it because he's contesting me. So I gave him a bad pass here. And they're able to recover. That is good. I like that. The one thing we have to definitely keep or wonder about or monitor is with the user currently set at the same setting. We want to... Oh, good defense. Because that was a bad shot. We want to make sure that it doesn't impact the CPU's pace of play. We want them to be shooting we need them to shoot around 22 to 24 shots a quarter, depending on how many free throws they shoot. Ideally, they shoot a couple free throws a quarter. But if they're, you know... Why did he do that? Okay. I went to just lay it in and he does that weird layup. I don't know. But we want to make sure it doesn't impact their pace of play. Because, like, our defenders are more aware of everything, so they're not getting open shots. And this might be where it's a combination of offensive awareness and defensive sliders. Because they are, look at this, every possession, they're not shooting. Look at that, you guys. Hey. Now, I don't know. We can always move the user down, right? We don't need to have the user at 102. Because I'm out here just spamming pick and roll to see if we can get this corrected. Look at this. This time they pick it up, they stop it. Duran gets over. That's a good recovery. That is still a good recovery. Doesn't get his hand up in time. And Cat makes him pay. Hey, we're making improvements, you guys. We're making improvements. And we'll monitor the CPU's pace of play, and I can always drop the user defensive awareness. We weren't really having issues before anyway. I just kind of always do things equally. Look at that, you guys. Woo! We had the one easy bucket with Brunson off the pick and roll. And now look at this. They're drop coveraging it. Durant does take a bad angle, but look at Cade. Just beeline straight to the hoop. And they give Cat the top of the key jumper. Durant does try to get over. Doesn't get much of a contest. Cat just can't put it in. Oh. Ooh. Reaching foul. I like that. Man, we're making some improvements, y'all. What do y'all think? Oh, good hands. Get to that corner. Shoot that. I thought Bridges was going to make that. Hey. No foul. I thought for sure I'd get a foul there. Here's the other thing. So you guys, if you haven't, a lot of you probably haven't been here at the beginning. Remember when we had the fast break and OG comes running up and it like completely adjusted how the Cade was with the ball? So we have a similar scenario right here. And I was like, this is what I don't want. Where a guy can just sprint up on a ball handler, turn and shuffle his feet faster than he's sprinting, and make him stop what he's doing. So here we have Duncan Robinson, and he's off. Look at the difference. There's Mikal Bridges. He's a good defender too. Look at the difference. Duncan Robinson takes off. He runs alongside him. He's not in. Look at this. This is the realistic movement that we want. He's trying to body up Duncan Robinson. He's not turning and shuffling and cutting him off completely, because Duncan Robinson's on a sprint. He's on his hip running with him, and he didn't force that stonewalling. That is what we were wanting. That's way different than what we had when we first loaded up. All right, let's see what pick and roll looks like here. Let's pull the midi. Let's go. They are playing. I mean, the scoring's definitely down with the defensive awareness, right? So that's where we can compensate with offensive awareness, at least, or we can lower with the user defensive awareness. We can lower it a little bit. We didn't really have an issue where we needed to have defensive awareness higher. I don't know why that's not a foul. Scoring's down, pace of play's down, but it's all right. We can adjust, man. How are we feeling, y'all? How we feeling, chat? Give me some takeaways here. That's so much better. And we're seeing really good rotations defensively because of it. Ralph. Yeah, it's a good pull. Good pull. What did I change? I quit out and we put defensive awareness at 100 because it felt like the slider changes weren't maybe working. Let's take that with Mitchell Robinson. He can hit that. He can hit that because it kept on giving me an error like there was no file save or something like that. So I was like, maybe it's not even changing, even though it's showing it's changing. So we put it at 100 defensive awareness. And it looked bleak at first. We had a really easy pick and roll to the hoop, but after that though, they've played it very, very well. The one downside has been, we're gonna do this real quick, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Look, they've shot 14 shots. So they're not on pace. There's been no free throws for either team. Weird, right? They're not on pace. What we are going to do is just the user. If it doesn't give us... God dang it. So, I don't know why I keep saying that. A save file cannot... Whatever. So I don't even know if that's going to impact. If it's actually going to... Big thing is we can't impact the pace of play. We want the higher defensive awareness. We want them to shoot shots a little bit quicker though, like they were. So we'll counter it. First we'll lower the user defensive awareness because it didn't need to be really raised anyway. And then we can explore, and we will still explore anyway, offensive awareness. Cade actually took it. Yeah, man, he's been bullying, bro. They post him up a couple times. Nope, I thought he was gonna... I did not know he was gonna go set the screen for Jordan. The off-ball screen. That's a bucket. Ooh, could have been basket interference. Finally a freaking foul, man. Good lord. I do have shooting fouls at 80, so there is room to go there. And the thing is, we're getting the contact. We have had the contact for the fouls to get called. They're just not calling them. And 2K does have weird quarters. They'll have quarters where they won't call many fouls, and they'll have others where they will, even though the contact stays the same. That is one thing to keep in mind, but we do have some room to work with the shooting fouls. Ooh. Look at the little bucket. They've definitely picked up their pace of play when we dropped our awareness down. Oh, that was still good defense. It wasn't like it was a wide open, you know, a wide open, easy layup. Oh, he played that smart. We hit him with that a couple times. All right, come set that screen. That's too deep. Let's go, Laundry. Let's go. I did not think we were going to hit that. That was deep. Hey! Fouls. That's huge. We're going to let a second quarter run here. I want to see more of the pace of play change. I don't know why I threw that. I don't know why I threw that. That was one of those ones where you just throw it and you're just it's like in the moment. Stupid decision. I'm doing the tendencies and the ratings because that's the one that I'm going to play on personally. Let's take a look here. We know we made that change the last 3 minutes. So they had 14 shots in the first 9 minutes. They had 5 in the last 3. So that the pace did pick up a little bit. Not like a huge amount. But if you have 5 and 3, then you'd have 10 and 6. You'd have, 15 in 9 minutes where they had 14 with 4. So it was a little bit of a pace increase, but it definitely felt more. They had free throws in there too, right? That they didn't have before. So definitely worth continuing to monitor. Great defensive rotation. Still a big hit. That was fantastic. I thought we had good ball movement, and they're just like, we're going to hit you with this great defensive rotation. Why did I just get cooked? My God. Just got absolutely cooked. That's a bucket. Oh, that was a good look. Good help defense, made it anyway. Look at the difference in their offense, y'all. Look at the pace difference. And then, like, now on the pick and roll on that cat pop, he's jumping it and he gets a steal. That's phenomenal. Try and spam the manual pick and roll. I can do that. Hey, there's the... Who was asking for dunks? We're going to spam manual pick and roll. Per Big Papa's request. Scoop layup. They're playing it really well. They are playing it really well. For those who just joined, ignore that I'm getting beat. I am spamming pick and roll. Do I think the mid-range conversion is good enough? There hasn't been a lot of mid-range. We can definitely look at it. That one's tough because some mid-ranges go under the short or the close shot in the shooting chart. Ooh. There we go. That dude got laid out. One of them got laid out at the top there. Was it Isaiah Stewart got absolutely just laid out at the top? And that's the second time. All the pick and rolls we've ran, that's the second one we've gotten to the hoop. That's a really good... I mean, that's really good if you ask me, because most people aren't going to just run pick and roll every freaking time down the court. I should have just shot that. Kolak out here just draining shots. Ah, Cade doing his thing, bro. Oh my God! Look at that's this. That's awesome. Oh my God! That's a clip right there, bro. I thought I had it. I thought this was open. Let's get the angle right here. I was like, oh, I have this. Look at this play from Thompson. I like this. Like, I think this whole sequence was amazing. You come down, pick and roll with Towns. He rolls with you. After popping, you come in. Thompson comes down and he forces the pass. Him coming over forces the pass, but because I passed it early, he just jumps the pass lane, takes it, and he's off. We try to catch up to him. He spins off of Brunson, kicks it over to Cade, who's wide open for three. Bang. Man, that's beautiful basketball. That's beautiful basketball. Get right back. That's what we enjoy about 2K, was when things like that happen, man. That was absolutely beautiful. And it didn't happen from just some no-name guy. It comes from one of the better defenders in the game. Cade just giving me the business. I'm enjoying this, man. Obviously, I'm losing, but I'm also just spamming. You know, I'm spamming one way of attacking a team just to test the hell out of it. So I don't care that I'm losing. I'm having fun, man. This is awesome. Woo. We're gonna look here in about a minute, but just the eye test, you guys, on the pace of play from the CPU. We gotta go post up here. Oh no, that's not where I wanted to go with the help defense. I had Anobi wide open. Hey, yeah, that's a good timeout, man. That's a good timeout. Did you just see that move? Did you guys just see that move? I was gonna say, eye test. Do we think the CPU has increased their pace of play since we dropped the user defensive awareness? And then they hit us with that. Did you guys see that move? I barely saw it. Where are we at here? This full sequence. Now, oh, it wasn't Anobi I wanted to kick it to. It was Bridges I wanted to kick it to. I should have iconed it. Good help defense from Thompson. He's just creating havoc, man. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Creates havoc. I throw it to the wrong guy. Ron Holland gets the steal. Off. Comes on the court. Half spin. Comes in behind the back. What more could... Oh my God, y'all! Look at me go. That's me. I'm OG right here. He comes down behind the back. Then he comes and hits me with a. I think he's going the whole way. So look at me go jump to cut him off. And he comes, cooks me behind the back, floater off of one leg, bucket. That's beautiful, man. We're racking up some clips for a short, an X post, you know, something. That doesn't make me rage. I think that's so cool. Oh my God, dude! See, look at how good they're playing this pick and roll now. Like, I can't just. Oh! I actually enjoy that because you can't just be throwing passes, whatever. You actually got to be smart with your passes. I think that's amazing. And the thing is, we might not even need to be like, the pick and roll defense is so strong, we might not need to be at 100, but it's good to see that it does make an impact on the pick and roll. They're shooting 74%. Holy hell. I think that's because they're getting to the paint. There's a free throw. We need to, I mean, change our defense to stop them in the paint. But I don't really, I'm just like having fun. Not really testing that stuff right now. That'll come later. The thing is, even with their defense awareness high, we're getting shots. It's just you have to be smarter on offense of where you can go with it. The standard, oh, we know we can go here, XYZ passes. It's not like that. You can't just walk through. Boom. There's those dunks we wanted. You can't just, you know, sleep through pick and roll and be like, oh, if they drop coverage, we got this guy open, and if they rotate over here, we got that. No. You actually have to pay more attention. Let's get a better defender on Cade. This possession. Yup. Oh my God. Thompson is just destroying me. He's just picking off. He just knows what I'm. It's crazy. I'm not even mad at it though, because I shouldn't have thrown that pass. It wasn't really a good pass to throw. He's just kind of sitting back. We're gonna go to defensive game plan. We're gonna do team adjustment. We're gonna shrink the floor. We kind of went past the halfway part to see how many shots that they shot, so we'll just kind of look here closer to see if their pace of play did in fact improve, or if it's just placebo. Oh my, what a cross. Make the right pass, we get open looks instead of turnovers. And the thing is, we're still scoring pretty good considering how many turnovers we have, and that I'm not really running any offense other than that was not supposed to be that shot. Okay, I was supposed to go Euro. But considering we're just running pick and roll nonstop and have like probably 13 turnovers, we still have 42 points. So I think, you know, when you're actually playing and you're mixing up your offense and running different things, and they have a lot of transition buckets too from all the turnovers. There we go. So you factor that stuff in, you know. Okay, Laundry, you were right there. And you just got out of the way. Good pull, good. Thought he made it. Oh, that was filthy. That was a nice little... I did not think he was going to dump it off right there. Actually, I want to get right here. Zoom out a little bit. Oh, come on, let me... I'm jumping with him, and he does a little... Dude, Cade is playing like the MVP frontrunner that he is. And I love that. Good Euro, Jordan Clarkson. And finally got a foul. Let's go. I mean, considering the turnovers, just running pick and roll the whole freaking half, the fact that we're still going to be right at 50 points, I think speaks to... I mean, we're not far off. I mean, we're definitely going to tweak a play around us. I want to see what the offensive awareness slider does for the CPU. Stupid play call. All right, let's look and see. First quarter, they had 19 shots. Hey, pace of play was increased. I wasn't tripping. We had 7 turnovers in that second quarter. We had 10 total. I mean, the thing is, we did shoot 51%. We shot 40% from 3. They shot ridiculous. They only shot 5 in the second quarter because look at the 28 points in the paint. So that's where I want to, you know, we dropped it down to 75 offensive aware or defensive awareness for the user. Maybe it needs to go up a little bit. We have a little bit of room there. They got free throws and they shot 23. The first quarter they shot 3 free throws and had 19. So and the percentage was still a little high, but it wasn't because of points in the paint. But there's definitely a drop in... Well, no, because we were on 50 defensive awareness before that, and they were shooting threes. They were just getting to the rim. We couldn't do anything about it. So where we gotta take away their paint. We only shot 7 threes ourselves. They shot 5 free throws. I mean, again, not enough. We only shot 2. The inside is where they're at, right? They've got 16 right there, plus another 10. I mean, 26 right around the rim, and they're at 75% or higher for all those shots. You know, too high. Mid-range, they're 2 for 2 on. Mid-range, we're shooting pretty good. I know DV Rid asked, how do we feel about mid-range? Mid-range is pretty good. Now, and they shot pretty well from 3. Help the user with rim defense. And that's what's interesting, right? So when we go over here and look, everything's the same. Everything's the same for the user and the CPU. Except for the user has a lower defensive awareness. But we were on 50. And they weren't shooting that crazy, which is very interesting to me. They weren't getting to the paint like that. We were able to get in there and make them, you know, kick it out and stuff like that. For the CPU, we could definitely look at, you know, putting these up. Raising these up a little bit would lower... should lower. We can put these up. We'll do that. See if it lowers it a little bit. But we would want them to kick out, you know, a little bit more, like they had been. But overall, I think this is a good starting spot. You know, definitely play around with awareness. I'm going to play around with awareness next time. Probably tomorrow, since I can't do College Hoops until Monday night, maybe Tuesday, depending on when it arrives. So we'll kind of just lock in and play around with some 2K. I'm going to end the stream now. It's supper time, you know, things like that. But what I will do is I will upload these where we're leaving it. We'll go to slider testing. And this is, I'm testing this on the tendencies and the ratings edit file, not the tendencies only. It should work for both. Yeah, you're 100% right, DV. Then the tricky part is we saw when we raised the user defensive awareness to 102, the CPU pace of play just died. Right? And so it's going to be one of those things where we need to make sure that the user, that we don't destroy their pace of play. And so what I think is a good idea is we did have these two higher initially. When the defensive awareness was at 50, these were both at 100. So I think we raised defensive awareness. We lowered body up. Let's bring these back up to 100. Right? And see how that goes. Ultimately, though, save file. I hate that. I did save it, though. Ultimately, I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's so stupid. Probably because I have autosave turned off. I don't know. Ultimately, though, we saw some really cool things. We had a couple really nice plays, highlights. It feels like we fixed pick and roll. for the user. And the CPU pick and roll wasn't really just, doing too much. It was just they were able to get past me specifically to the paint quite a bit, and definitely want to focus more. I wouldn't do that, DV. It would be contact shot. I would lower the contact shot, not the actual inside or anything like that. If anything, it would be contact shot, which is definitely an option to go. If the raising of the driving contact shot and the inside contact shot doesn't seem to have any impact, we can put them back down to 75 and we can play with the CPU contact shot. Now I was getting some fouls with it at 75. So, and you guys witnessed. So if bringing them back up to 100, the fouls go down, we can kind of see that actually might have some sort of an impact on the fouls. And we still have some room to play with on the fouls, but yeah, I would do DV if what I just uploaded, the CPU is still able to get to the paint just way too much, and we're not stopping them and forcing kickouts, or they're shooting too high inside, whatever. It'd be contact shot success. But I'm thinking, though, we're creating more contact shots by raising both of those. So more of their shots are just going to have contact to them, which can increase chances of missing. So that's kind of what the hope's going to be. But anyway, guys, I think we made a lot of progress on the stream. We ran for 2 hours, and yeah, I think we definitely made some good progress. So load these in, grab them, give me some feedback. Last thing, check Harden, LaMelo, and Kyrie play types. I think I was experimenting when you saved the file, so I'm not sure if it affects how they play by a huge margin. Let's take a look. You said Harden. All right. By the way, I already went and looked. Someone said that Dyson Daniels was just shooting threes crazy during simulation. I looked, and his three-point shot tendencies at 34. It's one of the lowest on the team, so I don't know why he is shooting so many threes. It makes no sense unless it's tied to like their system that they run, the perimeter. Was it perimeter centric? I don't know. Isolation point, 3-point, pick and roll point, handoff receiver for Harden. And if we go over who's the next one, we said LaMelo and then Kyrie. So let's just go over to the Hornets. LaMelo, first one is handoff receiver, next is pick and roll point, next is 3-point, next is cutter. We'll go to the Mavs. Handoff receiver, pick and roll ball handler, 3-point isolation point. And these do matter, you guys. So it's important, these play types that they're set, they definitely matter. Maybe handoff receiver for LaMelo shouldn't be 1. Yeah, I would say probably pick and roll point. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we won't know he's hurt, so we won't know until later when people play with him. But all right, y'all. Please give me feedback for the gameplay sliders. You know, we're focusing on pick and roll. We're focusing on well, you guys know what we're focusing on, right? The shot success stuff is gonna come, but that's kind of, shot success is always the final thing, and it's the most, typically it's the easiest thing, but it's also the hardest because it's what 2K messes with the most with all their main menu updates is the shooting. So right now focus is on, you know, pick and roll defense, pace of play, 3-point shot attempts, you know, from the CPU, making sure that if they're going to the paint, we're stopping them. Fouls to an extent, but we know there's been an issue with free throws all year in the game. The animations are triggering, they just don't get called. So it's like, what do you do when you see these guys getting literally raped on their way to the hoop and there's no whistle? Like, you know, there's only so much we can do. We do have a little bit of room there on the foul slider, but well, that'll be kind of a last resort type of thing. So thank you guys all for coming through. Look forward to you guys' feedback, and I'll be back with another stream tomorrow where we hopefully I'll get some feedback from you guys before then, and I can pick up where we left off with some changes, some things to test, and we'll go ahead and continue to get these locked in. But until then, y'all, peace.